stream is started. I'm considering. Cool. I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say I think I might start streaming normal music because I'm getting sick of this like video game music. That's like lo-fi or whatever. But I'm not gonna do that today. I'll do that another day. Because you can't stream normal music to YouTube, but you can to Twitch and Kick. And so you have to set up your OBS a special way. Okay, well, we're live. Let me share my screen. This one. Made a random number generator yesterday, by the way. It was really easy. Yeah. I thought it was going to be hard.
I wish I would have seen that. I had the dog, so I was like busy with her.
All good, all good. I'm going to make a devlog about it this week.
Sick.
Okay. I don't want to completely start up yet because I'm a little early. Yo, what's up, Sir Lunchalot? Good morning.
He's here.
Good to see that my chat overlay is working because I did not test it beforehand.
Do you have to like turn it on, or like what's the deal with it?
Just sometimes it logs me out of Twitch and YouTube, and so I have to just log back in.
That's rude.
And it used to be way worse with Kick, but I just gave up on Kick chat. It was so annoying.
Yeah, with the botting and stuff.
Yeah, the bots would just come in and like spam 100 messages real quick and then dip out. I was like, I don't really want that just hanging on my overlay. And so I just got rid of Kick chat. Sorry, Kick chat. I'll still see you though. I'll still see your chats. Although no one ever messages in Kick. I should probably just drop Kick and do like drop Kick, nice. I should probably just do like Twitter or something. I don't know. A place that's more likely to cater to like game developers, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe we should look at Twitter. Let's look at Twitter while we're waiting. Holy flashbang. All right. Package managers or evil guy was right. At this point, it makes no sense to use anything but pinned or delayed dependencies possible when vendor. I don't understand that one. Lots of people, like the people I follow are just a bunch of AI haters. And so I love it. That's where I get all of my AI hate, like, I don't know, food.
Yeah, I don't need Twitter. I've got every news page ever.
Yeah. I've heard from 2 people in the last 2 days that internally, Anthropic expects to have AGI in 6 to 12 months. That's faster than Dario has stated publicly. Plan your business and personal finances appropriately. Should I start the 6 months countdown again? We are month 1 into 6 months from AGI.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about AGI. And I think if the leaks are real, than the real marketing, not real progress. That's my guess.
Yeah, probably true. My thing that I think is funny about AI right now is, well, it's everything, right? It's every person on the subject of AI wants to pretend they know everything.
Hmm.
In either direction. They'll say, "Oh, AI is not going to do anything for us," or they'll say, "Oh, AI is the future and you need to be using it now." And like, and I think it's just so funny. It's like such an unproven tech, in my opinion, at least. Um, and there I go, talking like I know everything. You know, everyone
Yeah,
just like wants to talk like professionals about it, even though it's like brand new and like kind of bad and kind of wild. So, like, I keep seeing people lately, they'll just say, like, oh, yeah, AGI is not happening. It's not happening. We don't have the infrastructure for it or whatever. Like, they're just like, I'm like, what? Where are you getting that info? Like, even if I want that to be true, like, where are you getting this info? You can't just, like, be saying, oh, yeah, AI is going down the hole or whatever. It's just funny.
I just feel like AGI is such a buzzword.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when the metaverse was supposed to happen and Meta put a couple billion into that, and now they've like laid off all their staff on the metaverse? It's like, yeah, I would have guessed. Like anything that is buzzwordy usually doesn't turn out to be much, um, or turn into crash.
Yeah. Yeah, the metaverse, that was a funny one. I was like, I was like, who wants this?
Yeah,
This is kind of funny. But I guess I was right. I don't think anyone used it, right?
I think people used it, just like not enough people, and there was like no financial structure for it. Kind of similar to how like AI doesn't make much money, but it makes
Yeah.
a bunch of investor money.
Yeah. That's the funniest part to me. It's like AI doesn't do, like, it doesn't make money. It's so crazy. Although, as everyone always says, if it's free, you're the product.
Yeah,
So they're training on us using it. And that's valuable enough for them.
I actually got a notice from GitHub. I don't know if you've been on GitHub in the last couple of like weeks, but I got a notice from them that if you want to use Copilot with them, then you need to either let them read everything that you're doing or opt out. And I don't use Copilot, so it doesn't affect me, but
Hmm. Yeah,
I would have
me
just
neither.
assumed that they already did that.
Yeah, I did not hear about that. I actually don't even use GitHub. I use
There you
GitLab,
go.
which I'm sure
And
they're
that's
gonna
probably
do.
why
Like
you can see
I'm
it.
I'm sure it's just the same thing, just like a few years behind on on being taken over. But so far it's been pretty nice. Um, I'm actually thinking for some things, I'm thinking of starting to host my own GitHub or like my
Yeah,
own
same here.
Git repo on a personal device.
There's a pretty cool service called Gitty that I've been like interested in, but I'm not sure exactly how to get that running
What
locally.
what is it?
It's just like a Git service like GitHub or GitLab, but you just run it locally.
Well, did you know that you can just use Git with SSH?
Yeah, but I don't trust my artist friends to figure that
Oh,
out.
okay, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense. I've always just used Git. In fact, I've always used, let's see. Yeah, I need to commit real quick. I've always used command line, and so I don't even know how to use GUIs. I assume it's
Uh,
very easy, but like,
no, I used command line as well, but I've started using something that's like in between. I use a TUI called Lazy Git, just
okay,
because
yep.
like it's a little, it's the same, but it's like a little different. It just looks cute.
Do you think AGI will be controlled by the government in the future to prevent misuse? Not in America. I think in other countries, yes. I think that I don't think it'll be controlled. I think it'll be used by the government. I don't think that that's a stretch of the imagination. But yeah, in America, all of this big tech is privatized, which is kind of nice. Like, yeah, there are some things that eventually get taken over, but for the most part, big tech is not government. Yeah, what about the EU? Is the EU going to want to control that? I know that
Maybe.
AI hasn't really been taking off in the EU. Is that true?
On a public scale, no. On a private scale, a little bit. I don't think it's that much different.
I would think so. Okay.
But I don't think we have the same, like, we're not building data centers in the way the US is.
Yeah, the US is going nuts with data centers.
We already have a bunch of data centers as well, but for other things. Like, Germany has a couple cool ones. We have a couple cool ones in Sweden. But it's just like server halls, mostly.
I actually just watched a little mini documentary. Do you know Caleb Hammer?
No?
He does he does the financial audit. Here, I'm just gonna pull it up. I love this stuff because I am a big saver. I do not like to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
And so this guy, he just like yells at people like my age, basically, about how they're like terrible with money. And I think it's awesome. But anyway, he also has a separate channel, this front page, and he did a mini documentary about where was it? Data centers right here. And it was interesting because it was like, yes, data centers are destroying the US, but they're also like building it up. Because basically, like, even though data centers are like kind of bad for the environment, they're not like nearly as bad as a bunch of other industries. And also, like, they reuse their water and stuff. The real problem is energy. And the US has a problem. Our energy infrastructure is just old at this point. And so data centers are actually like helping because they're forcing us to increase our like energy infrastructure. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, nothing's like clearly bad usually.
Yeah.
Like people who think very black and white usually are wrong. But I don't know. I wouldn't want a data center next to my house. Like that's fine. But if you replace some like old industry that doesn't like make anything anymore, doesn't like, or is like super bad for the environment, needs to like change a bunch of stuff, move to a different place, like fine, just build a data center as long as you do it properly.
Yeah. Yeah, Sir Lunchalot says there's a huge data center near me and everyone was pissed because they use so much water. Yeah, that's the interesting thing is like people are like really up in arms about the water usage from data centers, but that like part of that mini documentary was talking about how like technically they don't really. Like yes, they do consume a lot of water, but also they like I said, they reuse that water. They cycle it, like cool it, and they cycle it back through the system, right? It's like a water cooled PC, right? And then like the other thing is, I mean, in Utah, so I live in Utah in the US, our biggest consumption of water is golf courses. And you don't see people getting like super mad about that. I mean, there are some people that are super mad about that, but like I don't know, like it's not a national issue that we're using so much water on golf courses. And the mini documentary talked about how in California the number one use of water is almonds. And
Yeah, almonds are super bad for like water usage.
yeah, and so like that's taking up like 100 times more water than data centers in the US or something like that. It's funny that like water was the point that everyone started freaking out about. Although this year is going to be rough. There's a bit of a drought in the western US, so hopefully they aren't building too many data centers around here, because that will definitely contribute to my lawn, my dying lawn.
I'm gonna go grab some water and then we can get going with the show.
Okay, sounds good. Talking about water, making us thirsty. Yeah, but nobody's explaining that stuff, and people just know what mainstream media and social media is telling. Yeah, it's crazy. Mainstream media, like journalism's dead, in my opinion. I don't think that. In fact, I think YouTube's going to take over. I think that people are going to find YouTubers that they trust and just ditch the media altogether. They also build the Tesla plant here in our neighborhood, and they use much more water. Ooh, there's a Tesla plant there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they probably use a lot of water. Yeah, I used to work at a fab. And yeah, they use a lot of water. They use a lot of water and a ton of different chemicals, and they have to manage the treatment of all of it and the exhaust and whatnot. And they have to like be clean and everything. Look it up. Tesla plant, Brandenburg. Sure. I bet it's huge. Gigafactory. They brought water in trucks just to keep up with demand. No way. Oh my gosh. This thing is incredible. That is so big. Oh, I can bring this over so we can all stare at it together. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was in Texas once, and I was just driving down the freeway, and then all of a sudden there's a building. And then like 10 minutes later, I passed the building. And it was a Tesla factory. It was literally just like so long all the way down the freeway. These things are crazy. All right. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
He's back. All right. Let's get started. Welcome everyone again to another Night Owl game dev newsroom. I'm the host, Mojo. We're going to be talking about a few different articles that Night Owl curated for us. And thank you as always, Night Owl.
Of course.
All right. You're just if you're just hopping on, we've been talking about data centers, and now we're talking about Tesla. So Sir Lancelot says it's built in a water reserve area, but Elon pumped so much money into the region that we said it's okay. Money talks, huh? Money talks.
Sure does.
All right. So the first article. Oh, by the way, I've been warned we don't have feel good articles this time.
Yeah,
so we're gonna be dunking on some companies that are going through some rough times. So yeah, starting off, Epic Games lays off over 1,000 employees following downturn in Fortnite engagement. CEO Tim Sweeney says cuts are necessary to keep the company funded and to put it in a more stable place. Well, shoot.
Yeah.
Yep. A common theme with us on these newsrooms is I really feel bad for the employees that got laid off, and I hope they're doing all right.
Yeah, there is an interesting outcome from this. What happened in the shadow of the problem was those 1,000 employees basically became a worker pool that people would hire from. So it seems like at least a few people have already found new positions at other companies, but like 1,000 people is a lot of people. So
Yeah, I'm kind of skimming through this. So he said they needed to make major cuts to keep the company funded. That sucks. But also that generally means that they were spending like right about as much as they made, right? So it's not, I don't know. In my opinion, that's not very smart. You should have a little bit of a reserve. I mean, maybe they were I don't know anything about the downturn in Fortnite engagement. I thought Fortnite was still top dog. So I'm kind of learning this as we speak. But I saw this. Sweeney clarified that the layoffs aren't related to AI, adding, to the extent it improves productivity, we want to have as many awesome developers developing great content and tech as we can. Honestly, I like this.
yeah, that's fair.
Because I actually believe it. So Epic Games, they actually do have some incredible developers over there.
Absolutely.
Because they make the Unreal Engine, and they use the Unreal Engine for Fortnite, and then they also have this small company that they absorbed, that they acquired, I want to say 4 years ago, called Rad Game Tools. So real quick, Epic, Unreal, Rad. They're just a bunch of skater bros or something, right? Like,
yeah, sure.
Just kidding. But yeah, anyway, they're like pretty solid. So I actually kind of believe that they're not using AI to replace people. I mean, I guess I don't really know, but I've just I keep, like a bunch of ex-Epic employees keep appearing on the WooCash podcast, and they're just like so incredibly smart and so anti-AI. So I just believe it, But yeah,
It doesn't feel like Epic has been pushing AI for developers as much as like Unity has.
Yeah.
So I kind of believe it too.
But yeah, talk to me. Like, do you know much about this downturn? Do you know anything?
I've read some like opinion pieces on it. I don't know if we have any numbers specifically. I think they have the numbers and they're not specifically sharing it, which is kind of a similar thing to what Blizzard did with World of Warcraft when they stopped releasing player numbers because they were losing players. So it's hard to say exactly how bad it is, but like when was the last time you talked to someone and they were playing Fortnite? If we start there.
I mean, I feel like I know a lot of people that still play Fortnite. I think it's pretty relevant here. Is it just not as relevant in Europe or something?
Well, if we look at like the player count from Fortnite.gg.
Oh, is
it's
there a
like,
player count? Let me look.
It's still going strong. Apparently, there's 869,000 players right now. But 16 months ago, they had their all-time peak of 14 million players. So
that's so crazy. Yeah, I mean, these are incredible numbers. I completely expected this. Like, I think it's just such a big game. Let's see. Whoa. That was in November. And then what was their all-time was 16 months ago. So this one, November to December of 2024. Yeah, probably just like some big updates or something, right?
yeah, I wouldn't call that like bad numbers.
Yeah, like I mean, this is insane. They like the 24-hour
But
peak is over 1.2 million. That's so crazy.
it could be that player spending is down because people don't have
Okay.
like as much disposable income.
True. They yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. I like that. Um that's true cuz yeah, I bet gamers like, they could be part of the group that's being laid off, and so they don't have as much income to just be spending on V-Bucks or whatever.
Yeah. Like this is all speculation, but obviously there's been a problem at Epic. They're doing this for a reason. I don't think they would just like lay off 1,000 people plus for no reason.
Okay, this is interesting. Last week, Epic announced that it would increase its in-game currency to help pay the bills, citing that the cost of running Fortnite has gone up a lot. So $9 for 800 V-Bucks, and it was 1,000. So they're increasing the cost of V-Bucks. And they're saying, let's see. The cost of running Fortnite has gone up a lot. Is that just, I mean, they do need to have big data centers. Are data centers just so expensive to run these days, or like maintain and update that they have to, like, could it be like the AI is affecting it like secondarily?
Yeah, indirectly,
Yeah.
probably. Because it
Yeah.
is way more expensive to just build new computers, new servers.
Yeah.
It's actually insane nowadays.
Yeah, that was actually like one piece of news I have heard is that the Steam machine is potentially delayed. I don't have like an article to pull up, but like apparently Valve waited too long on their RAM purchases, and so now they're saying like not only is the Steam machine probably going to cost a ton, but it's also being delayed because they just can't get RAM in time to ship. And so it might even be next year. Interesting. Yeah, I mean this is very sad. I like, you really hate to hear that 1,000 people lost their job. That's just
Yeah, this is
so
one of the
terrible.
most extreme layoff numbers over the last couple of years. Like obviously
game
I've been
dev,
following this for a while. Yeah. I've been following like the game industry for a while really closely, like the last 2 or 3 years. And there's been layoffs constantly, like not from the same company, but there's like always a new news article about, oh, this company had to lay off most of their staff, which I'm not sure if like how many people work at Epic, but apparently more than 1,000 people, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a crazy couple of years, but this is definitely, this feels peak downturn in the industry.
Yeah, I agree. This does seem like the worst time. Okay.
So hopefully it's only up from here.
Yeah, hopefully it's only up from here. Yeah, let's just move on. Okay.
Yeah, to a more fun topic.
John and Brenda Romero say the industry feels crashier than the North American game crash of 1983 did. It's a really difficult time right now, the Doom and Wizardry couple says. Okay. So yeah, John and Brenda Romero make... Okay, co-founders. In an interview, the Romero Games founders, Doom co-creator John and his wife Brenda. Oh, okay, John. It's that John. Okay, I just don't know. I don't know names enough in the game industry. Best known for the Wizardry games and Jagged Alliance 2. Said the industry faces some real challenges ahead. All right, you want to take it away?
Well, I just find it interesting that the game industry is so old now that, you know, we have some like stars of the industry like John Romero, who were there for the previous crash, and are like sort of thinking about, oh, are we there again? And this sort of follows up on the Epic Games story. I think they're completely unrelated. I don't think they were prompted to say anything about the Epic stuff. But they're seeing sort of the same things that we are seeing with they have a good example there with the Battlefield 6 layoffs. Like, the game did really, really well. And then they still had layoffs after release. And it's weird. I think we've talked about like similar things going on previously, where like a game does well and then their staff is laid off afterwards to save money, just because they can't like keep their doors open afterwards. And they've been affected as well. Romero Games had a project in the like early stages, and then their publisher pulled out. So they had to lay off a bunch of employees, which is really like just symptomatic of the times we're in the industry. But
hang on.
I'm just like,
The studio had to make huge cuts, however, dropping the team size down from 110 to just 9. And
Yep.
Brenda says that while the studio is still alive, it may not survive another setback. Holy cow. They got rid of 101 employees out of 110.
Yeah, like saying that that's most of the team feels like a little weak.
Yeah.
That's like the whole team.
That's rough.
But I understand why they did it. Like, if they don't have like the funds to do the project that they've hired people for, like, yeah, what are they gonna do? It feels sort of out of their control. But good on them for not like fully giving up. I bet they're funding out of pocket now. And I'm not really sure what they're doing, but they're probably fishing like everyone else is, just like trying to find an opportunity to come back and actually do the stuff they want to do. But yeah, I'm just really interested in this like comparison to the North American video game crash of '83. Because I wasn't there, right?
Yeah, I don't know about it at all.
There's one like particular moment that a lot of people know about, which is when Atari buried a bunch of ET cartridges in some desert in America. That's what the picture is from. Just because
Weird.
they couldn't sell the copies, and it was too expensive for them to like get rid of them properly, because the whole market had crashed. Like, that crash was the reason that Atari really isn't a household name anymore.
Huh.
And since Nintendo was big in Japan, like, to be simple about it, they weren't affected as much. But Atari being an American company, it was just like, yeah, it just didn't work out.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I had no idea.
And there's like an interesting parallel to what's going on with like Epic Games right now, like them having to fire 1,000 employees, and Romero Games having to fire most of their employees. It's eerily similar, or the symptoms are eerily similar.
Yeah.
And it was also like in '83, it was the big companies that died off, like Atari. So for the good part about this is that it's usually the smaller companies that survive and kind of give the industry rebirth.
Yeah.
But there might be like a pause for a little bit, which is unfortunate, but it gives me some hope that we'll make it through as indie developers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely the thing I take away from stuff like this, is that AAA is hard right now.
Yeah.
I think that
Absolutely.
it's I kind of joked about this, I think, in our last game dev news, that like, they'll make, $50 million. And then I'm like, well, that's chump change for like a good SaaS company, like it's way easier to work for like a triple A software company than to work at a triple A game company. They just make so much more money. And it's so much easier, right? And
Of course.
triple A, it's so hard to make those games, and they're just not selling as well anymore. And so that's why it's nice to be an indie dev, because indie has never sold as well, and it's also probably never been easier. So yeah, definitely a nice time to be an indie dev.
Yeah, Sir Lancelot is like poking at that same thing as well. That there's never been that big of an indie dev scene like there is now.
Yeah.
Which is hopefully a good like symptom of change. Since AAA doesn't really mean anything anymore. Like it used to mean that it's a good investment, but now it just isn't a good investment anymore.
Yeah.
They're just losing money. So if indies can become the new good investment, like it's not a lot of money, it's usually shorter timelines, and with just like the correct marketing setup, like making sure that people get to play the game, you get to test the game, really polish it up, then you can make something that players really enjoy and want to spend money on and share with their friends. Without you having to spend $300 million making it. So hopefully our budget will be the thing that lets us survive this crash, if there is one.
Yep.
But it's like the title is obviously a little bit clickbaity. I mean, I guess that's what they said, but it's still like, it's a very strong statement, and I feel like it provides a little bit more of a scare than it really like would otherwise, if there wasn't like a very recent like massive layoff. So like I would take it with a grain of salt. I don't think the game industry is crashing anytime soon. But as with all like stock-based industries like AI, once one company starts falling off, usually there will be a couple that follow.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it looked like during the .com bubble as well, where people want to invest in safer options. And the game industry is one of those options that is never safe. It's like always high risk. So if people start pulling out of AI, they'll probably start pulling out of the game industry as well, if they haven't already. And yeah, you could call that a crash, or you could call it like a new page, basically. So we'll see really how bad it gets.
All right, Sir Lunchalot hitting us with the big statements. He says those big companies stopped making games for gamers a long time ago. Now it's a complex, constructed money grab with the look of a game that should bring money for shareholders. Yeah.
Yeah, strong statement. He's not wrong.
I think that's absolutely right. Yep. Because with Unreal Engine, like you can make any game look like it's going to be an absolute banger with like no time at all, right? But it turns out that that doesn't make the game,
right?
And
people have been
indie
saying for
devs
years.
seem to know that.
Yeah. We want uglier games made by less people.
Yep. With more heart, more fun. Yeah, that's anyway. Actually, I've got a funny thing. When I was on my vacation just a few weeks ago, I saw a picture.
Mm-hmm.
This was in a chocolate factory on a small island off the coast of Honduras, and it says, when you buy something that is handmade, you're buying more than just an object or product. You're buying hours of experiments and failures. You're buying days, weeks, and months of work, which, in the case of games is years as well. you're not buying a thing, but a little piece of someone's heart. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I was like in this
That's sweet.
little tiny chocolate factory, and I was like, I love that so much. So I took a picture. That to me is like, that's indie right there.
Yeah, support local.
Yep.
And I want to do that like in general with my life. I want to support
Yeah.
local with everything. Like if I can buy like a coffee mug from John Doe or whatever, like I'd rather do that. Like see that someone's like put in effort, and I get to like have a little piece of that effort. Which I'm not saying that AAA developers don't put in the effort at all. Like I'm sure they are. They are talented people, but because this human spirit sort of gets lost on it when it's mixed in with just a bunch of like financial incentive mechanics.
Yeah.
The human experience like takes second place in a game like that. So go indie.
Yeah.
Hopefully indie will be the thing that saves the industry.
Yeah, I definitely think we should reiterate that, which is that we don't think that the developers at these game studios are bad. We do not think that.
No.
We don't think the artists are bad. We don't think the writers are bad even. It's just, it's corporate. It's hard. It's hard to make something that has heart, that has a grand vision when there's over 1,000 people working on it. Like that's just hard. It's a lot easier when you've got like 3 people working on it that have aligned on a vision, or even if they contrast each other a little bit, right? They clash a little bit on certain opinions, then it adds a little bit of depth to the game. And so you just don't have that in AAA.
Yeah, I'd like to see a AAA company write a book. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like when people write books, it's like, I mean, I'm thinking of like maybe textbooks have like a few names on them, but like normally a novel is one person writes it.
Yeah,
can you imagine like 1,000 people writing one novel?
Dude, imagine the pipeline for that. Like how do you It's insane.
Yeah. So it would be cool if, because that's the thing, right? Like a lot of these AAA studios, they started somewhere amazing, where they had someone who was at the top, who was a visionary, who had an idea for a game and stuck to it, and he just hired people to do that, do the work they couldn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's, well, we've got all these people who can do the work that I can't. Write a game, you know. It's not,
let's figure out something for you to do so we
can
exactly like pay you for something instead of you just being cool and all.
Oh, we've got this franchise, let's make another one.
Yeah
So it's hard. It's got to be hard to work for those companies. It's also probably got to be awesome in some ways. You probably get good benefits, stock options, stuff like that. But you know, if you work for an indie studio, you might even have equity. So it's all a trade-off.
For sure. And apparently the AAA trade-off is not as valuable as it used to be.
Yeah, not right now. That's for sure.
Well, okay. It's going to be interesting to see which AAA companies are the next batch. Mojang, maybe?
Ooh.
I'm mostly joking.
Have you seen the controversies? I mean, it's not like big, but like people are just like really fed up with the tiny updates. Have you been seeing that?
I saw a little bit of that, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Just be happy that you're still getting updates for this game from 2011.
I know. Honestly.
And not paying every month.
Honestly, Minecraft is incredible. I'm a big fan. And honestly, like even the tiny updates feel like a lot. Like they just did, I guess the one I'm on is Mounts of Mayhem. They did just release I don't know what they called it, the tiny
takeover.
Tiny takeover, yeah. I haven't played that one yet, but like even Mounts of Mayhem, I had like a ton of new stuff to try out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, Mojang's doing all right. Even though we aren't getting massive updates like we used to, it's incredible that the game is still going. Oh, what's up, T251? How are you doing today? Oh, one sec. I'm getting a call. Okay. Sir Lunchalot says, and there is so much potential out there, and it doesn't look like big bucks on paper. Better to bank on the 7 part of a franchise XY, even with the knowledge that the 6 part was already bad received. Yeah. I am doing good. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. All right. Well, we're actually just moving on to the next article, so perfect timing. Welcome to the chat. Okay. Confirmed. PS5 console prices are being raised by $100. Sony confirms hardware price hikes. PS5 Pro will cost $900 from April 2nd. That's in 2 days.
$900 for console. 900.
That's rough. That's rough.
I mean, it's the Pro console, but
I will say building a PC these days is proportionally hard as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like that's the first thing that comes to mind, right? Is if a PlayStation is $900, just build a PC. But at the same time, building a PC right now is crazy. It's $200 for the console and $700 for the RAM.
Basically, that's why I put the RAM link in as well.
Just I didn't. Yeah, I saw the RAM link. I didn't click on it. Let me go find it.
It's just piece of part picker.
Yeah. Let's go check it out, because I have not looked at PC parts in a bit.
It seems to be leveling out, right? But I feel like you can't really be sure.
I always go, yep, Corsair Vengeance. What is this right now? Oh, it's not even being sold. Okay. What about the 32? Okay. This isn't as bad as I had heard.
But that's DDR4.
That's okay. DDR4
so that doesn't support the new motherboards and the new sockets for the new
Yeah, but you don't need DDR5 right now.
Well, then you're getting an old processor, right?
Yeah, so but processors are fine.
The answer is basically buy an old computer secondhand. Don't buy a PS5 unless you want the games. Don't buy a new PC.
Is DDR5 just gone? They just don't sell DDR. Oh, I've got my compatibility filter on. Sorry. I don't remember what this is. Is this my... I don't know what part list this is that I have selected. Whatever. Okay, let's see some DDR5 though. Let's get the compatibility filter off. DDR5. Okay, yeah, that is kind of crazy. Oh, but this is 6,000. Let's go down a little bit.
I think most DDR5 is actually pretty high speed.
Really? Man, I'm just so out of the game. I don't know. I haven't.
Well, there you go. You can go down to 333. Awesome.
You can go down to 333?
Love to get...
Oh, 333. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, let's just...
This is a bit slow.
Let's just take it
like
down
4K.
to like here. 8
gigs for $100.
That's rough. Yeah, this is really high. Yeah. Okay, this is more what I expected to see. And that is really, really bad. No wonder the PS5 is going up in price, because this is insane.
Well, I feel like this isn't the only reason. This is probably a big reason, but Sony also hasn't been selling that many consoles or games compared to what they were doing before during the console wars. So it's the hardware prices are probably one of the reasons, but they've already done a price hike before the RAM crisis was massive. So
Yeah.
it's just another symptom of the game industry.
Was it you who was telling me that Sony is backing out of the like porting things to PC?
Yeah, we talked about it. I don't remember what context, but they are.
So then, yeah, you know, maybe they are struggling. They want people to buy their consoles again, so they're stopping the PC port stuff.
Exactly. Because console sales is a big thing, but because it's sort of a circle. Like if you have good games that are like first party and you only sell them on your console, then people are going to want to buy that console.
Yep.
If you then also release them on another platform, then you're not going to be selling as many consoles, and you won't be selling as many of the exclusive games. But I'm sure they sold a lot of copies of those PC ports, just like not enough.
They want to prevent the Xbox gets PlayStation games. Fair enough. Oh, you also said I paid 160 euro for my 32 gig DDR5 2 years ago. Yeah, what did I spend?
Good purchase.
What did I spend? And I'm actually like, I'm kind of mad at myself because I went with 32 as well on this insane build. Yeah, I spent $115 on DDR5 6000.
This is a decent price.
32 gig. Like this is so, yeah, I should have just gone with 64. I don't know why I cheaped out on this. Like look at this. I bought a 4080 Super 16 gig for over $1,000, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save $50 on RAM. Like, what was I thinking?
That's insane, actually. Like, I'm sitting next to my old PC that I had for a couple of years. I think I built it in like, well, I built it first in 2016 for like 8K, and then I upgraded the RAM for like Swedish, so $800 in 2016, and then upgraded RAM for like $100. And I could probably sell it now for $800 because it's got a 1060 in it, which is not a great card, but it's got 16 gigs of RAM.
It's wonderful. 1060 is a wonderful card.
Yeah, best card ever.
This is my first build. Oh, my head's in front of the price. Oop. That's how much I spent on a computer that lasted me 5 years.
Yeah. And I could probably use this computer now without problem. Like, because I mostly play Minecraft and make video games, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
The exact specs that I have. Don't use ray tracing. So we were actually talking about this, me and my friend, that the best move that Nvidia could make if they want to sell a bunch of graphics cards. Maybe we talked about it, you and I as well.
Yeah.
But if they really wanted to, just sell a 1080 Ti, but like with a little bit more VRAM. That's it.
Yep.
Just do it now, please.
Exactly. Yep. That to me shows that they don't care about gamers anymore. Is that they don't, like, that's literally the best product they ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And it was what, like 15 years ago? It was so long ago. I'm exaggerating, but like it was.
But $1,000 for a GPU is just,
yeah.
It's too much money, man. How am I gonna afford my games? Dude, I can buy a car for that. Not a good car, but I can buy a whole car.
You could buy a car. When did it come out? Where's the
Oh, I don't.
What? Okay, here we go.
No, many years ago.
1080 Ti. Do they not have release date on here somewhere? Guess not. Oh, it says 2017 down here. I mean, it was definitely out before 2017, right? Maybe that was around the time, because I built my computer in 2018, and that was the 1060. So yeah, it could have been 2017.
I think the Ti came out slightly after the other 10 series cards.
Lunchlot saying May 2016. Holy cow! So it's been 10 years, and in my opinion, they have not made a better GPU for gamers.
I mean, this is probably a lot of nostalgia talking, obviously, but
No,
I agree.
I have a friend who's still rocking a 1080 Ti, and he plays all of his games on it. Anything that's new still works.
Yeah, my little brother's using a regular 1080, and it's fine.
Yeah.
The Ti is just way better.
Yeah. Ti is so good. Oh, okay.
I don't
The
know.
Ti got released in 2017. Got it. Okay. Cool.
I don't even know what TI stands for.
Yeah, me neither.
Technical innovation.
Texas Instruments.
It's a crossover.
It's
That'd be sick, though.
Yeah, it's a TI-84 computer in there. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, what's the cooler company, or like the fan company? What are they called? The brown and white ones.
Oh.
Oh,
White ones.
like the nerd ugly ones.
Yeah. I don't remember. I can't remember. PC
Well,
Part
they've
Picker.
released.
Here we go.
They released a graphics card together
Noctua?
with Asus a while ago. Yeah, Is it Noctua? It could be. That does ring a bell. Noctua GPU.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. The Noctua GPU.
Dude, that's all I want. I just want good stuff.
Holy cow.
The RTX 4080.
Oh my gosh.
I
These
love
are
a good
so
ugly
expensive.
graphics card.
Yeah, I was very lucky to get my GPU when I did. Look at this. This is my GPU right here. Just with the Noctua fans. I don't have the Noctua fans, but it's twice the price.
Well, the
Crazy.
Noctua edition is like special.
It's special. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see what are they selling for? Back to PC Part Picker.
it's such a good website.
What's the 4080 selling for these days? Whoa, that list
even
is
get it
way too
anymore?
long. Wait. Oh, there it is. RTX. Oh no, that's RX. RTX. Oh, apparently you can't buy it anywhere. Do I have my compatibility filter on again? Yep, sure do.
Well, still a lot.
Yeah, this is really expensive. What are the 5080s? Oh my gosh.
All right.
Yeah, so this would be the equivalent of what I got, but for the new gen. It's the gigabyte one.
And it still only has 16 gigs of graphics memory.
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh,
Well,
man.
anyway, we're getting off
so
topic, but
sidetracked, yeah.
it's too bad you can't just buy a console, play video games like as a cheap option. I feel really bad for people that like can't afford a PC, because that used to be the way you did it back in the day. Like, I remember when the PS3 came out, and it was like $600 or whatever, like the old fat version. But it
Yeah.
had HD and it had internet. You could play with your friends for free. You could download titles. Like, it was massive. Like, the difference was crazy. It had a hard drive in it. And instead of just like buying a PC for like about that price and doing it all yourself, you could just plug it up and it would work. You'd play your games.
Yep.
You could trade games with your friends. Like, consoles exist for a reason. They're really good for people to play video games on.
Yep.
And it just doesn't feel approachable anymore. Like, even the digital edition. Like, no. No. You can't
It's so
do that.
funny. It's so funny. They take out the optical drive and it drops $150.
And that's just like, that can't be true.
I know, that's so weird. I mean, I guess it could read Blu-ray. That's pretty cool. That's pretty new up and coming tech.
Yeah, awesome.
From 2015.
I think I have one Blu-ray.
Yeah. Okay, Sir Lunchlot says, if you just want to game with the PC, use a Linux-based OS like SteamOS and old hardware gets a new life. It's true. That's actually a good point. I do have like a bunch of old computers that are still gaming. So I feel like these days, that's just the way to go. You just find someone who's getting rid of their kid, moved out of the house, they're getting rid of their old gaming PC. Go find it on Facebook Marketplace for $600. It's honestly probably going to play most games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got.
Yeah, I agree.
I've got
Just
one over
buy
here.
pre-owned.
I got it in a trade. I had like an old Microsoft Surface Pro, and I just traded it for this homemade PC. It's got like a GTX 970 in it, and you know what? My daughter plays on it. She plays Minecraft just fine, Rocket League just fine, and so yeah, basically, I mean, it was basically a free computer, and you can still play a ton of modern games. So great card, yeah. And yeah, if you throw Linux on it, then sometimes that does perform better than Windows on these older computers.
Yeah, specifically Windows 11 is really chuggy. I've been noticing it a lot recently, and sure, I'm on a laptop with like laptop type stuff in it, so it's not like performing at the grade it would be if it was a real computer.
Yeah.
But still, it should be performing way better than this. I'm just scared of like putting Linux on it because like I have so many important files that I can't just lose.
Did I tell you about what I learned about the Windows scheduler?
No, I don't think so.
So, you know, I'm doing this game engine, right? Here, let's zoom in a little bit. These are my notes. So I'm doing this game engine, right? And so like I've got this function down here at the bottom. Basically, like after I'm done rendering my frame, I sleep, right? That's pretty standard. You sleep. Turns out that is super unreliable right now.
Okay.
And it's because
like in Win 11.
It's because Windows messed up their scheduler. So now, yeah, look at this. Each frame should be exactly 30 frames per second, but right now it'll fluctuate between 29 and 30. And then, and the reason I looked into this is because I was watching Handmade Hero following the course, and he's like showing, oh yeah, look at this. I'm getting exactly 30 frames per second every time because I just sleep when I'm done with my rendering. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? What, like, did I miss a step? Like, what I read through his code, my code a million times. And then finally I just got his code. I just bought it. I went out and bought it and I ran it on my computer and it gets the jitter. It gets the jitter. And so I was like, oh, thank goodness. It's not just me. His code also doesn't do well on my computer. And yeah, it turns out that yeah, Windows messed up their like scheduler, and so it doesn't release thread time back to the program on time. It's late. And so
great.
So like
it's got one job.
Yeah, so a lot of programs could potentially be having issues with this on Windows, on modern Windows. Isn't that just so messed up?
Yeah, I'm not surprised though. Like, haven't they been saying that they're replacing most of their source code with the AI written code in Windows 11?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a mess. Windows, but don't worry, they're rewriting Windows in Rust with AI, so it's gonna get great. It's gonna get really good.
Sure.
Okay, I think
anyway,
we've been too sidetracked on this topic. Let's move on to the next
sidetracked. Oh no, it's this one. Oh, it's so much more fun. God, I hate this week. It really, it's so unfortunate. I was like really hoping for like a good story to come out this week. Like, oh, this game was doing well, or no, it's just all bad. All right. Go on.
All right. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 studio allegedly fires obsolete translator to replace them with AI. Warhorse Studios reportedly said it would save finances and make the company more effective. What? A translator formerly employed by Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 studio, Warhorse Studios, claims he has been fired and replaced with AI. One person? And they're like, save finances and make it more effective? Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. In a statement posted to Reddit, should we look at it? Reportedly verified by Kingdom Come moderation team, translator Max H alleges he was pulled into a meeting on March 27th and told, with no forewarning, that in an effort to make the company more effective and save finances, his position was to be made obsolete in favor of using AI for all translations going forward. What? The translator, who'd been with Warhorse Studios for almost 4 years, shared his shock and dismay at the decision, but claimed that while discussions about using AI for translating had frequently come up in the past, something I was always strongly and vocally against, it was never to the extent that it might actually cost me my job in the future. I guess we're almost at the end. I'll just keep reading. It had, of course, crossed my mind many times, but I naively thought my work at Warhorse Studios was valued enough that I might not be at immediate risk, he explained. After sharing his heartbreak at not seeing his colleagues at the office, Max said, I want you to know that the growing use of AI greatly affects people in the games industry and many others, and I thought you should know how much the company that makes the games you love value the work of their employees, not to mention the environment. To all management at Warhorse, I won't be breaking my NDA, of course, nor am I looking for my job back or to start legal issues, but you can be darn sure I won't keep quiet about my experience. Warhorse has yet to publicly comment on the allegations.
I think they have commented since, but I did not read that article, and yeah, I don't remember what they said. But yeah, that sucks.
Super sucks. I will say this is a weird article. It's like someone posted on Reddit and here it is.
It is a little weird.
But I believe it. I believe that someone could get fired and replaced by AI. That's rough.
And it's also, this was sort of the thing that we were all worried about, like the last couple of months, that people would be replaced. I remember a Swedish studio that replaced all their level designers with AI tools.
No way.
Like this has been a fear, right?
Dang.
So when one specific person is like singled out, and they do one specific task, like translating, I feel like it's gone a little too far.
Yeah.
And I don't trust AI to do as good of a job translating as a person, just because like
no,
translations are very human.
Translation is very hard. But yeah, I mean, like, you need tone too. Like, AI doesn't have tone. Not yet, at least. I suppose they'll probably get there at some point, huh?
Yeah, you know what usually happens when I try to like translate idioms and like weird phrases we use in Sweden. It just doesn't work because I don't have like that feeling for it.
Yeah.
So I would hire a translator to just like not pick the exact words, but pick the correct like translation.
Yeah. I've been reading the One Piece manga, and there's a ton, it's in English for me, obviously, and so there's a ton of like little writer's notes in it, and it'll be like, yeah, there's just no good translation for this pun, sorry. It's just like, good luck trying to interpret what they're saying, this joke. Because yeah, I mean, translation is just really hard. I think the manga translators for One Piece are somewhat unofficial, so sometimes they just like gave up. They're just like, nope, there's no translation for this. Or sometimes they translate it and then try to explain the pun in like the footnotes. But yeah.
And I'm fine with that. Like, if you're gonna at least apologize, like, hey, sorry, I just can't do this. Like, you're gonna have to guess your way through this one. It's as close as I can get it. I appreciate that. At least you made an effort to like take responsibility for not knowing how to translate it. An AI would never.
Yeah. My wife is slandering traditional Chinese in the chat.
Huh?
She says traditional characters are more and more useless, which is true. I think it's really only Taiwan that uses traditional characters now. Everyone else uses simplified characters.
Oh.
But the nice thing about Chinese is, and I try to say this, like sometimes I'll hop onto like some people's streams or like into their videos if they're talking about localization, and they'll be like, we've added simplified characters, and I'm like, you can just directly convert those to traditional. It's the same language, right? Like you can get 2 localizations for the price of 1. But yeah, it's true. Traditional characters, they aren't used as much, which is sad. All right. Well, that's about it. Should we call it there, or did you have more to talk about?
I don't know if I do have any more to talk about. It's just been a really sucky week for the gaming industry, I think. So I hope like next week we get to hear about something that's like fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of games coming out soon. I know one is Order of the Sinking Star I'm excited about. When does this come out? I think it's coming out soon. Oh. Okay, they don't have a release date. I thought they did. I thought it was April. Okay. Guess I'm wrong. My bad. Are there any other games that you're excited about?
Let me check my Steam. Because I have one of the biggest wish lists in the universe. How do I get to my wish list? There it is. And there should be an option to see what's coming out soon, right? I thought there was
upcoming
like
releases. Here we go. Subnautica 2.
I remember finding something on Steam where you could like special sections.
I'm excited
There used to
for
be something
Lego Batman. That
there's a
looks
new
awesome.
one?
Yeah, there's a new one coming out. It looks awesome.
Chick. There used to be a Steam like beta thing that was like, oh, your calendar. You could see like when the stuff that you've wishlisted is gonna come out. I don't remember how to get to it.
Oh, Fun E. Sorry, I thought that was Fun T. I don't know the second character. My wife is saying translators have less and less use, not traditional characters. That's me only knowing traditional characters, trying to read simplified characters and getting it wrong. My bad. Sir Lunchlot says Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 sold 5 million copies. Crimson Red, is it Crimson Desert? Is that what you're talking about? What's Crimson? Oh, hang on. Gotta touch the camera or it'll forget about me. Crimson Desert is close, right? Oh, is it Crimson Red? Is my filter just blocking it from me, or is it not on Steam?
I'm gonna send this
it's on Steam.
link to you. It's about the personal calendar. Maybe you'll see something that you are interested in.
Sure, yeah, let's check it out.
Apparently it was a Steam Labs experiment.
Oh, cool.
I think it's pretty cool. There's a link to how to get to it somewhere. At the
See
top,
my personal calendar.
Oh, there you
go. Okay, released in last month. Released in the last 7 days. Upcoming. Interesting. Yeah, I don't see a bunch of things in here.
Is this just like generic?
Is this the voxel game? Yeah, this is the voxel game.
It's coming out in April?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that one. That's a good one to highlight.
That one looks cool. Yeah, Crimson Desert. People are liking this one and people are hating it, but it looks like it's mostly positive, so that's good.
Yeah, I didn't pick that story either, but they had some issues with the AI assets. Or maybe we talked about it
Oh,
last
is that
time.
what it
I don't
was?
remember.
I just know that some people are like really hating on it. But yeah, selling 2 million copies in no time at all. That's incredible. So shout out to them.
The strongest criticism I've heard about it is that there's too much to do. So,
well, I've heard that there's too much to do and it's repetitive. That's what I've heard. So it's like you just keep doing the same quest, but they'll like tweak one value on it.
Huh.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's outdated information too, because there could have been updates since its initial release.
Road to Vostok is coming out in early access.
Oh yeah, that one. That one is a Godot game, right?
Yep. Well, it started in Unity and then got ported to Godot. And the guys making it is Finnish. And it's got like Finnish pop folk as the soundtrack.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, there's some like little Finnish group who helped out with the music. So it feels very grassroots.
Sir Lunchalot says, "Oh no, the game keeps me gaming." Oh no, there's too much content.
That's what I feel. People just need something to complain about.
Yeah. I mean, I think there are legitimately people these days that feel that way. Like, oh no, like this game, oh, it takes 200 hours to beat this game. That's not for me. And it's like, isn't that what you want? You want a game that keeps you engaged for 200 hours? You only have to buy one game instead of buying like 10 games, 10 20-hour games, you know?
Yeah.
But that's, that we're getting into One Piece territory here where I think that people are really lame about the length of One Piece. They're like, "Oh, it's too long." When it's like, wouldn't you want a really long show that you could be interested in for a very, very long time? Anyway.
I feel like that's cool up to a point. Like me and my girlfriend are watching X-Files right now. And there's like the original run was like 9 seasons. And that's enough. Like I don't need more than 9 seasons. That's good. And then there's like
but also
remake seasons or like whatever. I don't care about those.
But also like if it's done well, it can keep you going, right? And so that's like with Marvel and stuff, right? Like people are sick of Marvel these days because they don't feel like it's good anymore. It's not that there's too many to watch. It's that it's not very good. I think that if they were good, people would still be watching all 5 Marvel movies that come out each year,
I don't even know if I remember the last Marvel movie that came out. That feels like it was a while ago.
Yeah, maybe. I'm also not really paying attention to those. Oh, my wife's asking, can you understand Finnish if you hear it?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Those are pretty different,
I'm only
right?
half Finnish.
You're half Finnish?
Yeah.
No way.
My dad's Finnish. But no, Finnish is quite different from like Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish. It's more similar to like Estonian and even Hungarian.
Okay. That's what I thought.
But I really like Finnish. It sounds cool.
So then, yeah, spinning that, can you understand Norwegian and Danish if you hear it? Or are they just different enough?
No, it's like with Danish people, I have to like ask them to like speak a little slower.
Okay.
Because the difference between Swedish and Danish is that Danish is more like in the throat.
Okay.
And Swedish is more like hard K's and T's and obvious S's. So that's like a little bit difficult. But Norwegian is basically the same. They just stay longer on some of the vowels. And of course, like there's some words that are different. Like,
Danish folk, isn't that just death metal? Nice. Or do you mean Finnish folk? Aren't the Finns way into death metal too?
yeah, all the Scandinavian
Yeah.
countries are. I don't even know if Finland counts as Scandinavian, but I'm gonna count it anyway. But we all love our like metal and hardcore and stuff like that. It's this. It's the same thing. Like you gotta have something to do when the sun isn't out for 6 months of the year.
Meant Finnish, yeah. Yeah, there's no sun. Just gotta be depressed and scream your feelings.
I feel like that's how Road to Vostok became a thing.
Well, okay. I think that's it. Good game dev newsroom. Thanks everyone for joining. And as always, thanks Night Owl for getting these articles together.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully next time is more fun stuff like all the extra conversations we've been having today.
Yeah. And one of these days the newsroom is going to be you releasing your game, right?
All right. All right. We can talk about it.
Okay, cool. All right. See you guys later.